The 10th leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, has called on all secessionist armed group operating either as unknown gunmen, Biafra Liberation Army or Biafra National Guard to stop killing soldiers in the southeastern states of Nigeria, adding that the killing of soldiers is producing young widows whom he led, some of them and their slain husbands are natives of Biafra or indigents of Biafra communities. Nnamdi Kanu made the call on Wednesday when he appeared before the Federal High Court Abuja, where he is being tried for treasonable felony charges. Hundreds of soldiers have been killed in the southeast states since August 9, 2021, when sit-at-home protests began in the southeastern states of Nigeria, considered to be Biafra land over federal government failure to produce the re-arrested IPOB leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, at the scheduled court sitting in Abuja after he was re-arrested in Kenya. On May 30, 2024, over 5 soldiers were killed at Obikabia Junction at a military checkpoint in Abia State. Although the Nigeria Defense Headquarters in a statement accused members of indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB and its armed affiliate, Eastern Security Network, ESN, to be responsible for the killing of Biafra Defense Headquarters, the parent military formation of Biafra Resistance Fighters and Biafra Liberation Army, in a tweet, claimed responsibility over the mass killing of the soldiers. The killing of soldiers in the southeastern states is usually celebrated by the Prime Minister of Biafra government in exile, Simon Ekpa, who referred to the soldiers as terrorists sent by the Nigerian government to destroy or kill innocent Biafrans. Nnamdi Kanu, in a conversation with his lawyers as shown in a video posted online on Wednesday after the lawyers told him that he needed to speak up to stop the killings in the southeast states, said, and in quote, "I condemn any manner of killing. Every manner of killing, I condemn in its entirety. I want people to understand that IPOB was founded on a non-violent principle, and we maintain that up till this very day. Some of these soldiers, we're told, are also our people. And the families are now in mourning. All the making of young widows is condemned in its entirety. I don't want it. I don't want anybody to die. We are fighting for freedom. Then how can we fight death at the same time? It's not possible. We want people to be free. That's all we're fighting for, nothing more. We've suffered a lot in Africa. I don't know if you know that. Africans have suffered, from slavery in Saudi Arabia, to slavery in Europe, to slavery in America. So, I think we should focus our time and devote it towards making sure that this continent stands up to what God promised it's going to be." Meanwhile, Nnamdi Kanu, through his lawyer, Aloy Ejimako, had earlier been reported to have informed Justice Binta Nyako and the prosecuting counsel, Chief Ademoyega Awomolu, SAN, that the defense wants the case settled out of court. Ejimako had been reported to have complained to the court that the Department of State Services, which is keeping Kanu in custody, had not fully complied with the orders of the court to allow the legal team unfettered and free access to the defendant in order to prepare him for his trial. The lawyer complained that Kanu's cell was bugged by the DSS, making the lawyers conscious during their meetings. He added that this has led the legal team to resolve to initiate contempt proceedings against the Director General of the DSS for refusing to obey the court's order, which had directed the DSS to grant Kanu an on-board, safe room, space for meeting with his lawyers. Ejimako asked the court to, on its own, invoke Section 17 of the Federal High Court Act, which, he stated, provides for reconciliation and facilitation of amicable settlement in criminal or civil matters. He said he had previously discussed the proposition with the prosecution counsel and who had told him the proper time for such an issue had not come. In a recent statement, Barrister Aloy Ejimako, special counsel for the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu, clarified that it was the Federal High Court in Abuja that directed the Nigerian government and the IPOB leader to pursue reconciliation. Ejimako said the court gave the directive on Wednesday when Kanu's case came up. The lawyer said some media reports that Kanu sought negotiation with the Nigerian government on the charges leveled against him were slanted. According to him, it was the court that invoked its powers under Section 17 of the Federal High Court Act and issued the directive. Ejimako said, today, invoking its powers under Section 17 of the Federal High Court, Justice Binta Nyako directed the Attorney General of the Federation and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to explore the prospects of reconciliation or political solution in the ongoing trial of Nnamdi Kanu. Section 17 of the Federal High Court Act provides that, in any proceedings in the court may promote reconciliation among the parties thereto and encourage and facilitate the amicable settlement thereof. Responding, the private prosecutor representing the federal government, Ademoyega Awomolu, SAN, told the court that he has no objection to political settlement or solution of the case, but Kanu's lawyers should discuss it directly with the Attorney General. In the same vein, Kanu's lead counsel Aloy Ejimako expressed no objection to political settlement. Kanu had filed an application before the court seeking to move Form 49, and a second application which objected to the court's jurisdiction to try him. Kanu is facing trial on terrorism charges leveled against by former President Muhammadu Buhari administration over his call and agitation for a sovereign state of Biafra. The case was adjourned to September 24th for further hearing.
I told them, yeah, you've done that so many times. They'll be nice to when I'm out of this place, then they know that. No insecurity whatsoever. Well, I condemn any manner of killing. Every manner of killing I condemn in its entirety. I want people to understand that. Because IPOB was founded on a non-violent principle. And we maintain that up until this very day. And everything, of course. And some of these soldiers, we are told, are also our people. Is that correct? Yes. And the family is now in mourning. Yes. So all the making of young widows is condemned in its entirety. I don't want it. I don't want anybody to die. Yes. We are fighting for freedom. Then how can we fight for death at the same time? It's not possible. We want people to be free. That's what we're fighting for. Nothing more. We've suffered a lot in Africa. I don't know if you know that. Africans have suffered from slavery in Arabia to slavery in Europe to slavery in America. So I think we should focus our time and devote it towards making sure that this continent stands up to what God promised it is going to be. And that's why we're doing what we are doing. Not the truncated version, but the whole thing. It's very important that you cover everything.
Osas Waka Radio, bringing you the news in a more digital way.